simplest definition is an equation will be a function if, for any x in the domain of the equation, the domain is all the x that can be plugged into the equation. The equation will yield exactly one value of y when we evaluate the equation at a specific x. This is usually easier to understand with an example. So I have here an example. Determine if each of the following are functions. First, y is equal to x squared plus 1. Second, y squared is equal to x plus 1. This first one is a function. Given an x, there is only one way to square it and then add 1 to the result. So, no matter what value of x you put into the equation, there is only one possible value of y when we evaluate the equation at that value of x. The only difference between this equation and the first is that we move the exponent of the x and n to the y. This small change is all that is required, in this case, to change the equation from a function to something that isn't a function. To see that this isn't a function is fairly simple. Choose a value of x, say x is equal to 3, and plug this into the equation. Y squared is equal to 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Now, there are two possible values of y that we could use here. We could use y is equal to 2 or y is equal to negative 2. Since there are two possible values of y that we get from a single x, this equation isn't a function. Note that this only needs to be the case for a single value of x to make an equation not be a function. For instance, we could have used x is equal to negative 1, and in this case, we would get a single y is equal to 0. However, because of what happens at x is equal to 3, this equation will not be a function.